Yes.
Could you say something collective and the need for people who we realised to be together?
What did he say?
Mother, could you please say something about the collective and the need for realized souls to be together?
Oh, all right. That's a very nice suggestion. I would like to say something about collectivity. So far, as you know, in the history of spirituality, people have got realization. Many people have got. One after another. Many people got it, but I would say 1 in a million, 1 in a 10 million, like that. Because we have to have some people to talk about, to begin with. We always say what was written in the past. But those people who got realization, single-handed, suffered a lot. And they could not transmit what it was needed to be given to others in a way that would be acceptable. Now, as you see, any discovery is made like that. People can benefit individually. Every person can say, oh, I have got it, so I can have it in my house. But it is of no value. It is of no value, I can tell you. I would say a personality like Christ gave on this earth. We had Christianity. What have they done about it? I mean, it's a sad affair. I mean, to think such a personality to come and what a great job he has done to establish himself on Agya Chakra. What people have done after this. The reason was he was single. He was alone. It was not a mass thing. That was not the time because he had to establish this center. Without that, it could not be mass. All right? It could not be a mass realization. But he talked about you have to be born again and all that. But the whole thing fizzled out because they could not get to the essence of it. One person of that caliber coming on this earth found it impossible to convince people and talk about it. So one has to understand that anything that is evolutionary first happens to 1 or 2 persons only. But then it happens to many people. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, there's another problem apart from that it is happening to many people is there, no doubt. Thousands are getting realization is no doubt. It's working out that way. That now the evolution has come to this stage, as I say, it's the blossom time, many flowers are there and they have to become the fruits. But now, why is it necessary to have collectivity when people are getting realization like that? Is a very important point one has to understand. The thing is that now, when you are getting realized, what is happening to you? You are getting related to the whole. A microcosm is getting related to the macrocosm. Say your body is there and you are sleeping. First, you get a little awakening, you open your fingers, all right? Then you open your another finger. Now there is a little trouble on your finger and you can't see anything. So you open your eyes and you pay your attention to your hands. So that trouble may be all right, but you need another hand to help you. So you want the another hand also to be awakened to that point. Like that. So when the Sahaja Yogis are getting awakened more and more, you see, the problems that are facing us, we can solve them better. Because so many people are working out the problem. You understand my point now? Together. When we are together, we understand now there's a problem. Now I'm going to America. I had gone in 1970. It's 1973 first, I think, yes. 1973 I went first. I was alone. I gave them very good lectures. We had very big halls filled up and everything fizzled out. The reason is the people who got realization didn't have anybody to look after them. There was nobody to support them, give them assistance, so they got lost. I mean, they are there. Some of them are here and there. Now what has happened now? Today, when I'm going to America, everybody is praying. In Australia, they are praying. In India, they are praying. Like attention, you'll be surprised, some people are coming from India to go down to America. Some are coming from Australia to go down to America. Some are coming from France, some from Switzerland. They are all rushing to America now. The job is in America. All right, so like the attention. You see, as soon as somebody pricks me here, my hand goes there, my head goes there, everything works it out. So the collective working out effort is going to solve the problem. But supposing if this finger is fighting with this finger, can I write anything? Or if they are secluded and alone, can I use them? All this body has to become absolutely in concord with each other. But so many are still sleeping. Those who are awakened at least must stick together. Otherwise, Sahaja Yoga cannot work. Today I find it much easier to give realization. Much easier. I was struggling with 6 people for 4 years in your London. 4 years. 6 people. But once they got realization, it started working faster. And the more people we get, because the channel that is to be used, it's like nerves in the body. You become a nerve of that body which is awakened. And once the nerves start working out together, realizing that there's one force that is flowing through them, all of you have to work it out together with understanding of the divine. It works fast. Any person whose all nerves are at work will be much more dynamic than a person who is half dead or is full dead. So you can understand how collectivity is important. Then another thing is that going to a very enjoyable part of it, that when the Sahaja Yogis are collectively there, they really enjoy. Because for the first time you start enjoying human beings. First time. Before this you never enjoyed them. You enjoyed flowers, you enjoyed everything else, but not human beings. Pure enjoyment of human beings starts coming when you become fully realized. I'll give you an example. We went to Calcutta for one day, and I was in a room in one hotel, and there were 3-4 Sahaja Yogis in another room, and one gentleman came to me for his realization. And when I raised his Kundalini, you see, they all got vibrated, and they all rushed to my room to know what has happened. Suddenly, how is it we got such joy within ourselves? They came to see, and this man was there. He was a great soul. They felt the vibrations, tremendous. So it is not the happening of an individual, it is the happening of the whole. And the individual effort is going to be absolutely useless. It will be all neutralized. If you sit at home, do your meditation, it won't work out. You won't go very far, because the whole has to come. I give an example that when you churn the butter, in India, I don't know, you don't do that way, we do it very naturally. You put a little butter inside that, and then again you start churning. So the butter starts gathering around that butter, all of it comes together. But some particles are left out. They stick to the side, stick to that. They are no more as butter, they are thrown away as buttermilk. It's as simple as that. You see, the more you gather together, you really enjoy the spirit of friendship, spirit of mirth, spirit of love in pure form. So far, the love is biased. There's sex, there's lust, there's money, there's this, there's relationship. This is, you are British, so I must love you. I am Indian, so I must love you. All these nonsensical barriers are there. There you love a human being because he is a human being and he is a yogi, speaks the same way. Now today I have attended a wedding party. And the bride and the bridegroom said, we are coming to Paris with you, madam. There are 100 people coming to Paris. Because we have to change Paris. But I said, you are recently married, now better enjoy your honeymoon. They said, what are we going to enjoy? We'll enjoy their our honeymoons, so they're coming out there. Even if I tell them you don't come, they won't listen. They will enjoy their honeymoon there only. I never said you come. On the contrary, I am saying you go away. I'll give you money to enjoy your honeymoon wherever you feel like. They wouldn't go because they know where enjoyment lies, with their brothers, with friends and sisters. It's absolutely so. I tell you that the enjoyment of human beings has not been there. Now there are people who live in India, who live in Australia, who live here all over the places. But when the Sahaja Yogis go to India, you should see them. The way the Sahaja Yogis in the villages, the way they embrace them, the way they feel the oneness. Never they have felt like this. For a white skin, if they saw white skin, they would just run away and hide themselves under this thing, you see. And even now people are sometimes frightened to see a white skin in a village. They say, oh God, they have come just to destroy something. But now that's over. Now it's a human being. A human being is coming. They are all embracing. For there is nothing like a black or a white or anything left now. It's such a love that grows and an understanding. That's only possible if you learn how to live collectively. And collectivity also teaches you where you are, very important. A person who has not lived collectively cannot understand. I have seen people who have their own families, live in their families, they are Sahaja Yogis, but once they come to the ashram, they know they are not yet there. Because you have to adjust. You have to learn to adjust. You can't have private bathroom to yourself, private room to yourself. All right, you can have if you want to have. But you should also know how to adjust. As you know, I live very comfortably myself. But if it comes to living, I can live anywhere. I have no problem of comfort or anything. In the same way, we are not barred from enjoyment. Because of all these things, the way we carry our bathrooms with us, we do not enjoy life. So we want to have everything absolutely first class. That Hazlitt said that even when we go to the picnic, we take all the metropolitan with us in the same way. We cannot enjoy life, we cannot enjoy nature, we can enjoy anything as long as we become just an individual. I am the one who is going to it. The last of all, we must know, by individualism, we become malignant. I don't say you become communist because that's another malignancy. But by becoming individuals, we become malignant. What is malignancy? That an individual self takes up upon itself, I will grow, I will grow. It doesn't know how to grow with the whole. It has no coordination with the whole. That's why you say it is a cancer. Cancer is nothing but is a malignant cell which is alone and is saying that I have to achieve it. I can do it. I can manage it. And once it starts growing like that, whosoever it touches, that person becomes the same. All these ideas, we are higher race, or we are greater people, we are moneyed people, we are something special, we are of this club, all this disappears. It's all nonsensical. We are identified with nonsensical things and making ourselves miserable and others also miserable. And when you give up all that, suddenly you find, oh, what enjoyment. You don't want anything, you just want to be in the company of Sahaja Yogis. I have seen people, ambassadors, very highly placed people, just getting lost with the Sahaja Yogis. The other day I had a businessman from Bombay, I took him down with me to a place called Gorai. And it was all in a mess in the sense there were no proper bathrooms, it was just like a God-forsaken place. And there weren't even places to sit down properly, only the beach and the palm trees and all sorts of things was there. And the man got lost, absolutely lost. And he said, I never wanted this day to finish. It's the only day I really enjoyed myself thoroughly. Because there was such spontaneity, such spontaneous love, such attention, and such purity in that atmosphere. To enjoy that purity, you have to be in collective. Sitting down in the room, you can't understand. There is no reflection of you. You can't understand where are you, how far you are going. Collectivity is the most important thing. And those who try to break the collectivity are doing anti-Sahaja We call it asahaja movement, or you can say asahaja activity. You have to be one with the whole. Those who have tried to separate themselves, all of them go down in Sahaja Yoga. Try to be one with everyone, to share and enjoy everybody's being. Because God has created you so beautiful. You are so beautiful. And the enjoyment should not be lost because you have certain barriers. Like some people can't take out their shoes. I mean, just imagine how many they are identified with their shoes. They can't take out their shoes. To that extent, they are stupid. See, all this kind of stupidity drops out once you meet really wise people around. To get rid of all these nonsensical ideas which have really haunted your head all these days, you get rid of them and you really enjoy everyone. Whether he is a doorman or he is the chairman, all of them are men for you. It's nothing more than that. All that drops out and you start enjoying yourself. That's why collectivity is the only way I can work out Sahaja Yoga. I can't think I can work out through the people who are separated, divided. It is said, Christ has said also, that they said, what have you to do? He said, when you love each other, you have done the greatest justice to me. It's true. And when I hear the loving conversation of the Sahaja Yogis, I feel the happiest. That's the greatest happiness for me, that all of you should love each other in purity, without any return. Only for love's sake, you all should love each other. And that is what it is. And also Krishna has said, wherever people are there, gathered together in the name of God, I reside. So in that joint, so-called joint, because you are all one, moving with one rhythm, with one understanding, with one language. So you all should always meet, call each other and have rapport with each other. It's so beautiful, it's musical, it's poetical. Do you understand that? May God bless. And see for yourself, when you cut out your collectivity, just abuse yourself at that point. That this is one thing you are trying to teach me now, I'm not going to listen to this nonsense. We are collective being otherwise also. I mean, people cannot take even drinks without somebody being there. You can't take your food alone. You say many things. I mean, if you are not absolutely a recluse, you can't live alone. Then in religion, in the seeking, especially in the realm of God, how can it be? You all have to be there. I think it was a very good question, rightly asked. This individualism must be given up. That doesn't mean you all should dress up like a military people. That's not necessary. Or you should all behave in the same manner. That's not necessary. Variety brings all the beauty. But that doesn't mean that if I say it is east, you should say it is west. That's the main trouble is, I think. Isn't it? That you can't agree to each other. What's the problem in collectivity? You think. I can ask a question. Must get out of individual limitations. I think everybody should for some time go and live in an ashram. It's a good idea. But ashram must be such where there is collectivity. With the ashram, if they are fighting and quarreling, then what's the use of being in the ashram also? But I leave it to you. It's all freedom to you. You just decide yourself. I have not put any rules and regulations on you much because I want you to use your wisdom and put everything right yourself. You are all very wise people. But must have concord. Listen to others, talk to them, find out what the problem is. On small things people fight. It's a very wrong thing. Moreover, you have to have one person as a leader to whom you should listen to. If I find that fellow as useless, I'll throw him away. You know that very well. Throw him away not in the way people throw away, but he'll just get out of Sahaja Yoga. You know that very well. So there should be no problem. But everybody should not try to dominate each other. That's the wrong idea. Try to change your attitude. As I would say, how far can you adjust? How far can you accommodate? Let's see that. You have to learn that from me, isn't it? You must find out ways and methods of accommodating yourself with others. Just try to learn. It's not difficult. That's the whole attitude of life is of competition and this and that. Should be changed. You must compete in loving. Compete in doing good things. Compete in working for others. Like, I have opened the door, now I will not take the phone. It's very common. I have washed the things this morning, and I will not wash in the evening. Then people start taking advantage of this. Let them take advantage. It is a disadvantage for them. Actually, if you see the other side, compete in service, compete in love, compete in good things, of saying good words, of communicating in a sweeter way, that others feel happy, making others happy. Try to change your attitude towards others. And you'll really enjoy. I tell you, you'll enjoy. That's the way. You know, if you say something to hurt someone or upset someone, it must be upsetting you, definitely. You may not show, but it must be, because whatever you do to others comes back to you. Straightforward march, I tell you. It doesn't stay there altogether. It comes back. So just try to be kind to others. You may say that the other may try to harm you. Doesn't matter. Nobody can harm you because you are the spirit. Who can harm you? You are the spirit. So just try to understand the person. I tell you, after some time you'll find that person will become very soft. So many Sahaja Yogis have become like that automatically. They all are here for seeking God, isn't it? So to help them, you have to be patient. Give up your old methods and ways, I must tell you. To be curt, to be stern, to be angry. There's no need at all. I'm telling you from my experience. I've tried all these things. It works, isn't it? It does work. And you have to have faith in them. And faith in their ascent, in their quality. I like people who praise others to me. I don't like people who criticize others. Try to support each other, help each other. I never talk about their past or anything like that. It's very sad. Sometimes I've seen people are very hard, and in anger they say things which one should never say. It's not gracious. It's not in the mannerism of Sahaja Yogis. You should never say these things. Do I ever say anything like that to you about your past? When you write to me everything, I know everything about you. Did I ever mention those things to you at all? Then why should you say things of the past? I have heard these things. People just wreck it up and flung it back. I have heard this kind of thing, that you fling it on other people is not good. One should be very gracious, very kind, and understand that everybody has tremendous potentiality. Respect, respect, and respect. Respect yourself, then you respect others. I hope now you won't have problem of collectivity. after this lecture. And if you have, you can listen to this lecture again and again. And my special humble request that try to curb down your angles, automatically other angles will come down. But if it is a non-Sahaja, then you all should fight it together. All should join together. If it's a non-Sahaja, nobody dare torture you or trouble you. Those days are gone now. None of you will be troubled. These are all satanic forces, and they can work through you also. You must know, when they give you such ideas to fight and to quarrel, understand that this is anti-God. You are doing God's work. You have to move towards more understanding, more coordination, because this is such a tremendous work and of such a sublime nature that we have to be sublime ourselves. All right, now is there any other question? It was a very nice suggestion. But don't give me such big suggestions that I have to speak for half an hour.
When you say collective consciousness, that excludes all the people who are not Sahaja Yogi. So does that mean that the Sahaja Yogi are isolating themselves from the 90% of the people who are not Sahaja Yogi?
What you say? I just couldn't hear. Can you come? You come here and tell. Yes, yes.
When you were talking about being collectively conscious, that excludes the people who are not Sahaja Yogi. And therefore the Sahaja Yogi are isolating themselves from the people, from the majority of the other people.
No. She says that when collectively Sahaja Yogis become one, that those who are not Sahaja Yogi are isolated. It's not so. You see, Sahaja Yogis have to be strong enough. Now take it like this, that there are people, say, who are in the water, and some people are in the boat. All right? Now the people who are in the boat are in the boat, so they are in a way different from the people who are in the water. That's the situation. All right? Now the people in the boat have to save the people who are in the boat, in the water. All right? So what I am saying, that those who are in the boat must first of all be united. And then with full strength pull them out. Why this collectivity? Is just to pull out the rest of them. This collectivity is just to achieve their emancipation, their realization. All right? It doesn't mean that they should exclude. Actually, the whole collectivity is to bring those people out. But you see, there are lots of anti-God activities going on in this world. You know that. For example, there's a guru who makes lots of money, right? And he has destroyed many people. Now they come to me and they are saved. So he may send somebody here paid for a job just to disturb us. Then the duty of all the Sahaja Yogis is to get together and see that you tell him that, you see, now you are doing wrong. Your guru has done wrong to us and he's going to do wrong to others. Why do you join with that? On that point, everybody should be one. But if they are not strong and if they are not one, they cannot pull out others. You see, my point is like this. Not to exclude, is all collectivity is to include everyone inside. All right? I mean to say there is no specialization in Sahaja Yoga, in simple words. Everybody is a doctor of everything. I mean to say that all the Sahaja Yogis must form a strong group by which they achieve enlargement of Sahaja Yoga, getting more people into Sahaja Yoga, more people benefited by Sahaja Yoga. All right? Anywhere I've seen, wherever there is collectivity, like I would say Australia has the maximum collectivity, or India of course it has. But Australia, in all the European countries, also the Western style communities, Australia has the maximum collectivity and they have achieved the maximum results. Only in Sydney, today only Warren told me that the halls like this get packed for programs. Melbourne, there is no room for new people who are coming, and it's such a big compound. I'm amazed. I mean, how many must be going there? And it is because of collectivity. And as soon as I went there, it started gathering up. But before that, the people were fighting among themselves, and many people ran away from Sahaja Yoga because they thought these people are fighting, what are they going to give us? Maximum is in Australia, I think. Then is Austria has having some problem there. And as soon as the problem came in, the whole thing became a very small group. Again, that problem is over now. Positivity has come. The people have joined together. Again, it has flourished. It happens here also, we have seen. Why Labour Party lost? If they had not quarreled, they would not have been so badly off. It's that simple equation. United we stand, isn't it?